Okay. Well, we've got some silicon aluminum tiles we could try and make use of up here. Need to find some decent iron close to it, preferably, and I'm not seeing it. I'm just not. There's not good iron on this map anywhere, unfortunately. Which makes scientific difficult. This is one of those maps where scientific would actually be a huge pain. We could try it, but the far better option, possibly, is going to be scavenger. And so I'll be looking at something like this, I think. Also, this, maybe, might be a bit better. Might be, I think this would be better in a lot of ways. So we'll try it, I think. We'll see if we can get it. I'm not sure exactly how much debt to take. Should have taken a hair more than I was willing to. That's what I should have done, because now I'm not going to get what I wanted, and I'm going to have to do something weird. Okay. Then I think what we're going to do is that. Oh, I can't claim that tile anymore. Fine, we'll take those two, and that guy. See if we can make that work. Oh, no, buy back into those, actually. Oh, what happened? Oh, come on! Everything... Fine. Everything I want. It's just taken from me this game. Alright, well... We bought into aluminum to raise the price in response to, and have other people buy it. Now we sell out. We buy all the steel we need. And we wait for aluminum to trickle in until we can hit this upgrade button, is basically what's going to happen. We don't have good iron. We are close to the water, which is another big thing I was concerned about. I'm probably just going to go for a claim on a single water tile the moment I can by upgrading and sending that out immediately, and then maybe just throw down steel mills. We do see one scientific player, but it's just one. So with any luck, we'll be alright, and we can go ahead and get into these steel mills before long. Not going to be able to get the silicon near us, unfortunately, at least not good silicon near us, because an opponent took it already. But with any luck, this steel will be strong enough to help carry us through. Come on, let me put it down. Let me put my steel down. It's right there. I see it. It's in the headquarters. Let me do this already. Come on. Pirates are pirates, and pirates are good. It's a lot of aluminum getting taken by these guys. So unfortunately, our single aluminum tile not going to make a huge difference right now. But we'll see what we can do with it. This guy, I think, is off to a tearing, ridiculously good start. But I also think that one well-placed power surge could be hilarious against him. So we'll see what we can do with that. 20,000 pirates is maybe a little much. I'll probably even push it to 28, though. There's a scientific in this game. We'll make him pay for it. We want the pirates this time. We let him go last time, and we saw how that worked out. We were scared because of debt, but can't afford that, apparently. Just absolutely cannot. Sell down aluminum. Love to get that water pump down before long, please. And we'll try and pay a bit more close attention to power this time. I really let that get away from me last game. Can't let that happen. Can't let power get away from you like that. So I'll be trying to avoid that the best that I can. Alright, we're actually seeing reactors out of our scientific player down here, which is kind of odd. Don't know if that's exactly going to work out for him. Don't know if we want to make a strong black or big black market purchase, like 3,000 for a new claim. But we'll try for a small one for the Goon Squad and just see if we can make that work. Oh, seriously? This is how the game is going to be right now? This is what we're doing, Bradbury. This is how you want to be. These were right here, closer to you. Fine. I mean, it's not like aluminum's even good. That's what infuriates me so much. Aluminum's not even good. It's two basically wasted tiles, is what it comes down to. In a lot of ways, it's just two wasted tiles. I don't know why I sold down steel. I want all the steel I can get right now because I'm trying to upgrade. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for the steel mills to do their job. We might steal some of his fuel and oxygen. If he had had farms down, it would have been a lot better for us, but we can probably make it work okay. Just see what we can do. No geotherms to take. This should probably turn into a solar panel before long. We will upgrade first, get down an extra water. 3 farms, I'm thinking. Because I was not seeing farms out of our scientific opponent. Just drop a Goon Squad on it. Gotta get to another farm. Thank you. Steel's not doing so great. It's okay. It's not great. We want extra claims and we want power. That's what we need to be focusing on right now. We might even just scrap steel to get power down for the time being. Probably the right call. Water's coming in, which is good. Water's sticking higher than I was used to it doing. Man, and Wells is the one pulling in that water. That's such expensive water for him for that fuel cost. Pretty ridiculous. Alright, fuel's going in there. We kind of want to wait for the oxygen as well in a lot of ways. We'll see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens. Let's scrap out of the steel. Oh, come on. Let me start putting these down, please. Get some power down, please. Energy Vault would actually be really, really good. I would love Energy Vault right now.
8,000, 10,000, 14,000.
It's worth a lot. It's worth so much right now. It's actually worth a ridiculous amount of debt, but I don't know if I can afford it because my debt's already kind of high. 107,000, so I think I might have to let it go for 32, which means Bradbury is still in a great spot as our scientific opponent who decided to spend 2 tiles on aluminum, which is so bad and hurts us so badly. Oh, it hurts. There's just no other way to say it. It hurts. Well, let's drop those there.
I hate those filthy bandits.
Hope that they can get the work done we need them to. Nighttime solar panels, the best timed of solar panels. Thankfully, we can see that steel not doing too well. That's what we were hoping for in a lot of ways. We'll buy into the glass that we require for the moment. With any luck, that'll work out just fine. We finally got some fuel from Bradbury. I was hoping we'd get one of the first 2. I don't know if we did. Yeah, these are way gone. Like, all kinds of stuff still escaped past our pirates, which sucks. But what do you do about it? We'll take a super cheap upgrade, because why not? It's a super cheap upgrade. Those are awesome. Why not just grab them? Can't get any of this silicon. We'll have to work without it this game. Silicon's kind of expensive, otherwise we'd be throwing down more power right now. Thankfully, power has held its price very well. And I'm kind of wanting to black market somebody's power, if at all possible, but I don't think that's really an option. We'll scrap this aluminum, and I think get into an engineering lab. There we are. Could do some glass. Could just do some reactors as well. Reactors are a bit more straightforward. So I'm thinking in a lot of ways they're the right call. Maybe grab another claim, because claims are typically good. Why not? We love claims. Let's check Offworld's. Food is amazing, so we just kind of want to push to an Offworld if we can. Let's see. We could go more food. There's a food shortage going on right now, so that's really tempting. Just a little more food, a little more fuel, reactors, whatnot. Let's see. Buy up all kinds of glass. We might even push to something like 180 glass right now. We do see some glass production going on, however, so maybe we don't want to. Maybe we want to wait for the time being and hope that glass comes down just a bit. Okay, let's start upgrading food production, because food is what we're going to send off world in the late game regardless, probably. We do have an upgrade available. Let's grab it. I'm up against this cliff, which is my big concern about where I found it. You can see it's causing me problems this game, which is unfortunate. Even with all the water we're pulling in, it's nowhere near enough to cover all of our costs, so we might need to upgrade water. We could grab this silicon tile and try to go for a buy on someone like Herbert. Could work okay. Power worked out very well for us, thankfully. Let's grab a goon squad. Go ahead and get that set up momentarily, and probably just some steel production would be the right call right now. Teleportation already finished up for Bradbury is interesting. Steel's not great, but it lets us push to that off-world that we want quite badly. Much more easily, so I think I'm going to try and go with it anyway. Let's buy up the electronics. I could bid on that, but not too concerned about it. Farms are still doing so well. They're doing work for us. I don't know of any other way to put it. They're the big part of what's kept us in this game so well at this point. Let's see, let's see. I really want an off-world market. Let's get that established. That's just what I'm waiting for at this point. The steel, the money for the steel and glass that I need. In particular, there we go. We'll go ahead and drop that. Glass has stayed high in price, but again, it costs so much silicon just to make any glass. It's kind of awkward trying to put glass down despite the current situation. I'm going to scrap this reactor and I think build just a bit more power. Make sure the lab is running. I don't really want to upgrade power. Let's upgrade water for the moment. We want to make sure water stays low because we're going to be trying to use our farms quite effectively if we can. We'll just see how it goes. I'm almost tempted to scrap this solar panel as well. I want a patent lab, so let's actually just grab a new claim. Get a patent lab down there. This is so awkward. This is so vulnerable to a power surge, what I've gone ahead and done to myself over here. Oh well. Not much else to say about it. Reactors are bad. Could get into some electronics production fairly easily. Could do a lot of things fairly easily, actually, but I mostly want to depend on this Offworld to go ahead and try and win me the game, quite frankly. Send food. Always send food. Water's doing okay now that we've turned off these reactors, which we can turn back on for the moment. We just have to watch them carefully. And another Offworld would be wonderful. In a lot of ways. Another Offworld would be absolutely wonderful. Can try and maybe push to a new claim. Let's buy up some glass. Let's buy up some electronics too, just to make sure. Let's go for thinking machines. Probably would be... This thing isn't even working right now, so I don't know if I'm going to worry about it too much. Iron's doing fantastically, which is great for us. We had a good stockpile of that built up. The reactors need to be gotten rid of. Of course, the patent lab gets blown up. And let's see. Do I buy a new claim? I feel like I do. Just drop that Offworld right there. This is what I'm talking about with water, though. This is why we upgraded water. We're probably not going to stop making food, because we've already upgraded it partially, but also because, man, it's worth a lot of money. Alright, let's defend Herbert a bit and start buying into wells, I think, is what we're going to look at doing. That's a pretty good plot. I'd take it. Mostly I don't want a scientific player to have it. Bradbury, how much cash are you sitting on? I can't tell because the tooltip is bugged. That's how much cash he's sitting on right now. It's like the one player I actually really want to know about, and I can't. I can't know. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Alright, well, the food's not doing so hot anymore. Maybe we turn it off for the moment. We've got the reactors turned off. We could instead... Can I see Bradbury now? Yes, I can. Okay, he's not there yet, especially because somebody else defended as well. Turn off the steel. Alright. It's chem lab time. And I don't know if we actually scrap the steel just yet. Steel's probably okay to hold on to for the moment. Alright, well... see where everything lands. Yeah, that's why we just kept the steel online still. Turn the farms back on for the most part. Should be fine. Buy into ourselves a bit. Keep buying into wells, because they are a fairly weak target. As long as these Offworlds keep launching, we're in a great spot. Those Offworlds are so important, so huge at this stage of the game. And wells would be a fantastic buy, because Carbon has gone so nuts. Alright. Make sure we've got 2 queued up. Make sure they're both goon squatted. We're working away at thinking machines, which is fantastic. Steel can get turned off. I think I'm just going to sit and wait out the buy on wells. I could do other things. Seriously? You thought you'd be able to mutiny one of them? Oh, man. Maybe in Crazy Town. Not here. Not now. Not today. Get back into those reactors. Should be fine. I am not keeping this running, which is a huge deal. I need to keep this active. We'll upgrade fuel this time. Those chem labs are looking a little sketchy. They're down to $100 a piece. 144 is what we need. 2 Offworld launches on the way. That should not be a problem. I'll go ahead and actually buy into myself just a bit more before I raise my price significantly. There we are. Could have bought Herbert, actually, as well. That might have been a better call, because Bradbury can get into Herbert quite easily. We could have also just gone straight for Bradbury, quite frankly. Wouldn't have been the end of the world in a lot of ways. We got to thinking machines, so... No, we haven't gotten to thinking machines yet. I keep thinking I'm playing scientific, which is just so good. But we'll have to see. Alright, I got money for my shares, which is nice. Would be really good to get this buy on Clark. I should have just bought, like, pushed to buying Bradbury. I might have been able to make it. And make it work. But we still have these 2 Offworlds down, and I think that's the single most important thing that's going on in this game, is the fact that we have 2 Offworlds constructed. 193 is what we require to purchase Clark. Note how our stock price is already higher than Bradbury's, and we don't even have that much of our own stock purchased up. How are chems doing? Losing money. Alright, well, let's fix a lot of this, get out of some of our power, stop auto-selling power. Could scrap out of power, not so concerned about it. We got thinking machines. That's huge. 188 is what we require to go for the buy on Clark. We're not quite there yet, but we're real close. We've got reactors down, we've got farms down, we got to keep working at these things. Upgrade fuel a bit more. Slant drilling would be okay, but I'm more interested in getting another engineering lab down. There we go. Get the buy on Clark. Now we can probably get the buy on Asimov and then go ahead and go for the kill on Bradbury. It would be safer to go ahead and secure ourselves, but we're already most of the way to Asimov. So it's kind of tempting just to go for it and see what happens. Alright, so we've got reactors, farms, we've got carbon coming in, which is nice, because carbon's really good. I don't know why some of these are farms instead of carbon, though. That's a little weird. Let's fix that up. Make sure we've got plenty of these working. There we are. We've got 3, we may as well use all of them. And then over here, we've got reactors, steel, which is good. Reactors are good, so that's all nice. Get that buy. Buy into myself just a little bit. Just the 2 of us left now. Shouldn't be too big a deal. I'm going to play it safe and go ahead and secure all my own stock. As you can see, he is starting to buy out some of our stock, but he doesn't have anywhere near enough to actually get a whole lot done with that. We also have 6 claims left. It's very tempting just to try and throw down additional Offworlds at this point, but I don't know if it's necessary. We can probably just work with what we've got for the most part and take the game. The reactors aren't doing so hot anymore, so I think we'll just turn all of them off for the moment. Everything else, though, is still doing fine. And once again, it's those Offworlds. Those are the real important thing this game. We'll buy up a dynamite, because dynamite's good for Offworlds. Alright, still sending just fine. I think now we might go ahead and drop an Offworld or 2. Buy up that one last little bit of stock. Get those down. We're only against 1 player, so the Offworlds are significantly less risky than they might be. Let's see. Turn reactors back on. But scrap out of some of them. I'm thinking we want a little bit more glass production down with some of our leftover claims. Let's go ahead and upgrade that a lot. Get down another engineering lab to make sure we've got all that running. Well, power's completely out of control, which is why we were so easily able to buy so many of them. So we'll just get down a little bit more power. He's not going to be focusing on our power and bringing that down anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. That was defended. Unfortunate, but shouldn't be surprising. We'll just get down another Offworld, maybe 1 more after that, and then we'll go for the win. Hopefully that won't be particularly difficult, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Do we upgrade power? Let's start auto-selling power again to pay off some debt. Since during the daytime, we should be able to cover our power costs. Oh, and there's the resign. That's fine. A little bit less of an exciting finish, but realistically, the game was over at that point. I'd gotten the Offworld secured. I'd secured plenty of my own stock that I was not going to be stoppable. I don't even remember who Bradbury was, unfortunately, but that's fine. Fairly straightforward game. No PB head, no qubit in it is basically what it comes down to. No Game Slayer. Just if we're pointing stuff out. I would say that, yes, I am pretty good at Offworld. I would not dispute that statement. So, let's take a look at what happened that game. I actually got a spot that I was pretty happy with. After I missed the scavenger spot, this is what I wanted, right? I wanted to found right here because there was a lot of aluminum and carbon. Interestingly enough, what I would have done, which was different from this scavenger, who made himself very vulnerable to black market, is I would have found it in this location right here. These 5 tiles is where I would have planted. That was 30 aluminum and 20 carbon from that, right? Very simple, straightforward. Then I take these 2 aluminum tiles, or this aluminum tile right here in particular, and then I grab these carbon tiles, actually, is what I do. To leave myself less vulnerable to black market, I take like 2 carbon and 1 aluminum, and then I go from there. We could see, though, that he was having some trouble with water because he took water tiles way over here. I don't even want to think about the amount of debt he got from all that. Let's take a look. Almost as much debt from fuel as power that game, like auto purchasing done. Way more than even food purchasing, as an example. And that was with reactors down when we purchased him. So that was kind of the risk. I liked the general location for an early start, but he had to make better use of that early start to actually get a purchase on somebody like me or somebody like our orange friend here. So that was interesting. But the big thing that happened with us, if we go ahead and we take a look, was farms. That was it. We put down food. Nobody else put down food, and we walked over and won the game. For a long time, that was just the case. Yeah, no evil Diablo. He does okay sometimes. How were surges at whatever they were at? I don't know. People didn't want to buy surges. I was expansive that game. We saw that I made plenty of black market purchases. We can check nine black market purchases. That's not that many. And they were almost entirely claims and goon squads. So that's why, realistically, it's because I was sitting back there, excuse me, with the black market defending myself. Did nobody purchase a power surge? Nobody bought a power surge all game. Nobody actually bought a power surge. That's insane. I should have been getting power surge like crazy. I mean, look at this. Look at how gross this is right here. Think about the power surges. I mean, yeah, I had a goon squad here, but still, do you like power surge here? It can bounce all over the place and wreck me. Power surge over here. There's potential there, you know? It's why I had a billion D goon squads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, I think I replaced 1 or 2. But anyway. Yeah, power surges shouldn't have been nothing. People should have been attacking me a bit more. I know I whine when I get attacked, but this is why I get attacked. Is because if you don't attack an expansive player who's off to a strong start, they just win. So, that is the way it is. Let's get another lobby thrown up.